Members of the Presidential Task Force, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen of the press, let me take this very precious moment to truly welcome our colleague and our friend, the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Godfrey Onyeama, back into the fold, and to truly say how grateful we are to God for sparing him in the midst of the ravaging and virulent effect of COVID-19. His story is a clear depiction of the fact that COVID-19 is no respecter of persons, of office, of status, of creed, or of anybody. We thank God for your life, and we are grateful that you withered through quite strong, and you are back very, very hale and hearty. And we rejoice with your family, with your colleagues in your ministry. And we were truly elated yesterday when we saw the great reception and show of camaraderie and friendship and love that was extended to you as you return to your office. We're happy having you back because we know you will continue with your responsibility in the Presidential Task Force of giving of your best because of the global nature of the pandemic itself. Thank you and welcome back. I welcome you all to the national briefing by the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19 for Thursday, 13th August 2020. The country has effectively entered the second week of the extended ease lockdown phase, and the Presidential Task Force continues to monitor global and national trends in the response to COVID-19 pandemic. Globally, the world continues to pursue the search for a vaccine, with over 1,000 trials ongoing and different claims of level of success. We note particularly the announcement by the President of Russia on the breakthrough in the development of a vaccine, even as we study the developments. Fighting the pandemic successfully will take a global effort, and Nigeria will not be left out whenever and wherever progress is made. However, the health and safety of Nigerians will always remain our priority in the pursuit of a solution. For us in Nigeria, we shall focus on propagating the use of proven avoidance methods to break the transmission of the virus and effective case management to care for and treat infected persons. The ravaging effect of COVID-19 pandemic on the global economy should provide more compelling reasons for us all to leave no stone unturned in fighting this pandemic. This week, the United Kingdom will be going into a recession after its economy suffered a slump in growth by a record 20% in the second quarter. I wish to remind Nigerians that ahead of such occurrence, our president was very thoughtful and proactive, and our government had put in place an economic sustainability plan backed by a stimulus package in the sum of 2.6 trillion naira to boost local economies, production, and for all sizes of businesses, including small family businesses. I therefore urge our businesses to take advantage of the stimulus package to revive and or boost their businesses. We cannot afford to let our economy slide. The Presidential Task Force wishes to note, as we have done before, that fewer numbers of confirmed cases have been recorded in the last 2 weeks. This should never be misconstrued as victory over the virus. There is still a serious battle to be fought ahead of us as a people and as a country. It is important, therefore, that we continue to build on our successes and not do anything to detract from them. Our risk communication and community engagement messaging and consultations have been intensified to drive the level of awareness and compliance to the wider population using media and platforms that are most effective generally and specifically. And that's why we would appeal to you to continue to further the course of this propagation using your media outfits. We wish to appeal to all Nigerians to exercise caution and restraint at all times. This is not the time to lower our guards. I wish to note, however, that from reports for yesterday, 12th August 2020, no fatality was recorded. The Presidential Task Force is pleased to associate with the celebration of the International Youth Day 2020 under the theme, Youth Engagement for Global Action, which seeks to recognize the immense contribution and the role of our young people in achieving sustainable peace and development across all levels. Implicit in this is the need to galvanize engagement of youth to significantly enhance peace building, to promote social cohesion in this era of social distancing, and collectively fight in containing the COVID-19 pandemic. The Presidential Task Force appreciates all our young people who have stepped out and are contributing to the fight against this pandemic, and implore others yet to do so to join this fight with all the necessary passion their youthful energy can bring to bear. I'm sure that our risk communication and community engagement strategy would gain a lot of mileage if the various youth organizations and the youth themselves heed this call. It might interest you to note that of the 14,906 evacuees received during this COVID-19 pandemic, close to 80% are youth, for which we are glad that only 684 tested positive to the coronavirus out of the 13,844 so far tested. In the coming days, we hope to receive more evacuees from different parts of the world. The national coordinator would elaborate on this, giving further details as to what would happen going forward. In the course of the week, the United States of America made good the promise made by President Trump to donate medical equipment, including 200 ventilators to Nigeria as a support in the fight against COVID-19. That was a promise he made when he had a telephone conversation with our President Muhammadu Buhari. Nigeria recognizes the fact that the pandemic is a global challenge, and particularly it has impacted the United States of America in several ways. Yet, the bond of friendship has prevailed And that is very significant, that in spite of the negative effect on the economy and the people of the United States, the hand of friendship is still extended to us, for which we remain grateful to the people and government of the United States. This sacrifice and support to Nigeria is much appreciated. I want to assure the government and the people of the United States that these ventilators, like other materials received from our various partners and other countries, will be judiciously deployed and transparently managed for the good and benefit of our people. I now have the singular honor to call on the Honorable Minister of Health, thereafter the representative of the DG, Nigeria Center for Disease Control, and the National Coordinator to provide us with more detailed technical updates. I thank you so much for your attention, and thank you for your perseverance, your patience. Sometimes these briefings start quite late, but you've continued to provide government and the people with your platforms so that effective and factual information is transmitted and communicated to our people so that they can take personal responsibilities and make decisions that will save them, save their loved ones, and save our nation. Thank you, and have a good evening.